How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the video. Dylan Johnson here, and today I'm going to be bringing you an arm workout. Now this is going to be a pretty quick workout. It's going to be about 45 minutes long. We're going to be focusing on a lot of supersets, trisets, and kind of drop sets. So starting off, we're going to be doing a superset focusing on biceps primarily with some triceps thrown in there. We're going to be doing a dumbbell alternate curls, so standing dumbbell alternate curls. I want you to do like one or two kind of warm-up sets, get into the movement a little bit, keep the weight a little lighter, just go through the movement, and then we're going to move into 4 working sets. On this, we want to be going a little bit heavier. We're going to do 6 to 8 reps followed by 2 to 4 forced negatives, meaning we're going to just swing the weight up if we have to, try and maintain your form as best as you can, and just hold that negative nice and slow all the way down. So once we finish that, we're going to go straight into a standing dumbbell tricep extension. So as you can see here, I'm using 2 dumbbells instead of 1. I prefer to do this because it helps to basically isolate each arm independently. I'm not able to kind of assist a weaker arm. They're both working independently because we're using a single arm. Then once we finish off with those, we're going to go straight into a tricep. Now on this tricep, it's going to be an easy bar wide preacher curl to start. We're going to be doing 4 working sets of 8 to 10 reps, focusing on the negatives again. So that's one big thing with arms, especially biceps, that I like to do is I like to focus on negative work. So really kind of getting the weight up however I can, and then just nice and slow on those negatives. Now, the wide grip preacher curl, what this is going to help us do is this is really going to help us target the outer head of the bicep more. So that kind of smaller, the short head of the bicep, because we're putting ourselves in a nice kind of supinated grip position. As we're coming up and squeezing, I want you focusing on squeezing from your pinkies, and that's really going to help and contract and tighten that outer head of the bicep. Going to do again 4 working sets around 8 to 10 reps, then go straight into a standing easy bar tricep extension. So similar to a skull crusher, I just took the preacher curl bench, I come around to the other side, use it as a brace rather than doing it straight standing up. You can do them standing up if you want, but I prefer to be able to rest myself against the bench so I can isolate more. And with this, really focus on your range of motion. So you notice I'm coming all the way down, really stretching that tricep out at the bottom, and then squeezing it at the top. I'm also, again, focusing on those negatives, so nice and slow. I'm not just letting the weight drop. On this one, we're going to be doing around 8 to 12 reps, not going super heavy, because we're going to go straight into the last exercise for this tricep, which is just a standing easy bar tricep press. So bring it from behind your head when we were doing the skull crusher up in front, and you're just going to be pressing it straight up overhead. This is similar to like a skull crusher superset with the tricep press. But one thing I want you to try with this is however many reps you get on the tricep overhead extension, I want you to try and match those reps on that press. Now, once we finish that, we're going to go straight into another superset. This is going to be a dumbbell preacher curl, and as you can see, we're going to be doing this one a little bit differently. We want to try and supinate our wrists, so our pinkies are going to be facing our chin and our face as much as possible throughout the entire range of motion. What this is going to do is, again, it's going to really try and target that short head of the bicep. So as you can see, I'm really getting a very strong and tight contraction at the peak on my bicep throughout my short head and my long head. This is a really good movement to isolate the bicep. You're going to get a lot tighter contraction, and I also want you to try and do a couple of forced negatives at the end. So as you saw there, I couldn't quite get the weight all the way up, so I used my other hand to assist myself, just get it to the peak, and then slow that negative down on that rep. On this one, something to note here is I really want you guys also focusing on full range of motion. So let your arm go all the way down, fully stretch and lock your elbow out at the bottom so that you're stretching the bicep out as much as possible. A lot of people, when they get to these preacher curl benches, they'll only go down about 3/4 of the way, keep their elbow bent, and then just kind of use their upper body and rock back to get the weight up. We don't want to be doing that. So keep the weight a little lighter, leave your ego at the door, and focus on that form. This is what's going to really get us those nice bicep peaks. Now, once we finish with this exercise, we're gonna jump straight into the second exercise in this superset, which is just a standard cable tricep extension. On here, again, we're gonna be really focusing on that tempo. So nice, slow negatives, full range of motion, come all the way up. Think of just trying to squeeze your biceps with your forearms at the top. That's gonna stretch those triceps out. And then we're gonna drive it back down, lock the elbows out at the bottom, and get that nice tight squeeze. Now, something that we're gonna do here, as you can see with the text here on the screen, is we're going to be doing 2 positions, 8 to 10 reps in each position. So the first one is just your standard standing cable extension. Second one, as you can see here, is similar to more of like a skull crusher. Now, something else you'll notice is I'm kind of rocking the weight down. However, I'm still focusing on that negative a little bit more. So I'm able to just kind of swing it down, but then I slow it back up. So once we finish off with that, we're going to do our last superset for this whole workout, which is going to be starting with a cable overhead extension. So flipping from starting off with biceps to starting off with triceps now. And we're going to be doing 3 working sets, 12 to 15 reps, just trying to pump out those triceps as much as possible before we hit our biceps for the last time. Once we finish off with the overhead extension, we're going to go into a drop set on plate hammer curls. So with this one, I grabbed a 45-pound plate and a 35-pound plate. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 8 to 10 reps with a heavier weight. So the 45-pound plate that I've got here, doing 8 to 10 reps, bringing the weight up to as far as I can, basically without smashing myself in the nose or smashing myself in the face. And then we're going to go and drop the weight down, and we're going to do as many reps as possible. So this is an excellent move to kind of finish off the biceps. We're going to be doing a hammer grip style of curl. So it's going to be working more of that long head, a little bit of our forearm work here. So just a couple other muscle groups that we haven't hit as much through earlier in the workout. Overall, really good workout today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe for more great videos like this all the time. And as always, if you have any comments, leave them down below and I will get back to you guys with any questions you have. See you guys in the next one. Bye.